News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
There is a wall of fog and almost zero visibility just west of Missoula on Interstate 90, causing several crashes so far this morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Tuesday, January 19th, 2016. Right now we do have fog in the area. It's 20 degrees in Missoula. Our newscast this morning sponsored by locally owned Office Solutions and Services. Download their Office Shopper app for purchases, barcode scanning, and to search products. Top story this morning just developing right now. Local law enforcement agencies and the Montana Highway Patrol have all been responding to several crashes on I-90 west of Missoula. Sergeant Jeremiah Peterson with the Missoula County Sheriff's Office told me just moments ago there's what he described as a wall of fog just past the Y.
The visibility is really, really poor in some spots. So far, we just got another one. We've had 3 crashes out there in the last probably hour or so. They all seem to be fairly minor so far. I mean, the one was a rollover, but I think there was no injury at all. It's amazing because literally when you get to the Y, it's like there's a wall of fog, and that's where it starts.
Peterson emphasizes the importance of reducing speed in foggy conditions.
The visibility is really, really poor, and in some spots, there's almost zero visibility. So I would urge people traveling on I-90 to use the utmost of care and caution when driving.
The Montana Highway Patrol said the freezing fog is causing black ice on Interstate 90. So again, please use extreme caution and slow down. The northwestern Montana town has cut back its hours of operation and is considering filing for bankruptcy after running short on funds. Browning is a town of about 1,000 people on the Blackfeet Indian Reservation. Lead Newspapers of Montana reports town officials blame their financial problems on a dispute with the Blackfeet Nation over management of a water utility that serves the city. Blackfeet leaders say the town owes the tribe money and must accept responsibility for its poor fiscal management. Over the past 2 years, town officials in Browning have reduced their operations to 4 hours a day, 4 days a week. Missoula's Chief Deputy County Attorney Jason Marks addressed the issue of bail on talkback recently. Marks said ever since Marcus Karma was released on $30,000 bail, the Public Defender's Office has pointed to that case, quote, in nearly every bail argument, end quote. Marks shared those comments on Karma's bail.
I would just like to point out that the state requested a significantly higher bail in that case, but the justice of the peace that was on the bench at the time chose to set a much lower bail. It didn't seem quite appropriate given the gravity of the offense, but we certainly always respect the decision of the judge.
Recently, Missoula has seen 3 high-profile cases with bail set at $1 million. Mark said these cases justify the high bail.
Especially, the 2 that are charged in relation to the stabbing at Fresh Market and the homicide at the Super 8 Motel. I mean, they're the very definition of risk to flee, since they were fleeing when all this occurred, and danger to the community with this crime spree across the state. Those are the kind of things that we would seek an extremely high bail on.
Bail amounts can vary for a number of reasons, including the severity of the crime, danger to the community, and the possibility that the defendant might flee the jurisdiction. After a very dry summer, moisture levels in western Montana are near normal for the middle of January. Meteorologist Genki Kino with the National Weather Service in Missoula provided numbers for the mountains around western Montana.
For the Bitterroot and the Upper Clark Fork Mountains, we are holding about for the snow water equivalent, we're looking at about 90% of normal, so pretty close to normal, just a hair below normal.
Pretty near normal, I guess. Kino said the mountains in the Flathead area are lagging behind in snowpack, though.
For northwest Montana, for the Flathead, it's about 80% of normal. So given that we are in a El Nino year, we do expect below average precipitation.
Kino said the amount of snow that's fallen in the Missoula area is slightly below normal. The Montana State Auditor's Office will be holding a special seminar in Missoula tomorrow to focus on women and money. State Auditor Monica Lindeen explains.
It's something that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years now, to talk about money matters that are specific to women, and we have a whole day planned with lots of great speakers and really looking forward to folks showing up. It'll be over at University of Montana School of Business Administration building.
Lindeen said there are particular economic issues women have to face.
Certainly, we deal with all sorts of financial matters every single day, running households, running businesses. But when it comes to investments, I think that women need to learn more about how to invest. Studies have shown that women are actually better investors than men.
As of Monday morning, 240 women were registered to attend the free event. Only 10 seats were left. The Montana Public Service Commission will hold a public meeting with railway officials and lawmakers on how to address rail safety problems found in a recent audit. The Legislative Audit Division in October faulted the PSC for not having a rail safety plan, not conducting a risk assessment, and having no goals other than meeting the minimum number of track inspections each year. The audit recommended adding inspectors and possibly moving rail safety oversight to another state agency. PSC spokesman Eric Sell said Wednesday's roundtable discussion will include officials from BNSF, Montana Rail Link, and Union Pacific. Sell says the commission wants to understand what extent the railroads conduct their own safety inspections and how state and federal inspections fit in with their work. And authorities are warning of high avalanche danger in northwestern Montana's Swan Mountains. The Flathead Avalanche Center said yesterday recent heavy snowfalls in the mountains east of Big Fork increased the possibility of human-triggered and natural avalanches. The center says the risk is most acute above 6,000 feet. Through the generosity of the Gavin family of Missoula, 3 charitable organizations will benefit from nearly $3 million in endowments, according to Dorsey Dvarskis, Executive Director of the Foundation for Community Health.
She had as her charitable priorities both the Humane Society in care of animals there, and then had a concern for people who were needing to experience rehabilitation services.
Dvarskis describes how her foundation would be using the funds donated by the Gavin family.
We are going to be establishing the Gavin Family Rehabilitation Services Endowment. It will be permanently endowed, and the proceeds from that each year can be considered to benefit. We're looking at rehabilitation education for professionals in the community.
Half of the $3 million endowment will go to support the Humane Society, with the other half divided equally between the Foundation for Community Health and the Providence Montana Health Foundation. Our News Talk time is 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Low clouds and freezing fog this morning will give way to mostly cloudy skies today. There is an isolated chance of a rain or snow shower with highs in the mid to upper 30s. Snow likely this evening. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.